Hi, I'm Carl Tannenbaum, Chief Economist for Northern Trust, with rapid-fire answers to the questions that clients are asking most often these days. First, has there been any real progress in trade negotiations between the U.S. and China? Well, the good news is that talks are ongoing. We've had a number of rounds, and tariffs have been delayed. China has also agreed to purchase more farm products from the United States, but provocations continue, as evidenced by proposals to restrict American investments in Chinese firms. It seems as if promising developments are often followed by setbacks, and so our expectation is for a long stalemate. Secondly, how will the congressional investigation of the White House affect the economy? Well, the situation is certainly going to garner a lot of headlines, but it won't have a direct impact on the economy. What it will do is affect the legislative agenda, potentially crowding out debate on economic issues like the budget, the trade treaty between the United States, Mexico, and Canada, and potential stimulus to help us through a difficult economic time. And the rancor that the investigation will engender will make it hard to reach consensus. Third, what's the latest on Brexit? Well, I was in the United Kingdom at the end of last month, and it, if anything, is more chaotic than ever. The current deadline for Brexit is October the 31st, but that will likely be extended to the early part of next year. Britain will almost certainly have an election between now and then, which complicates negotiations. Some of us still think that a deal is most likely, but the risk of an abrupt departure is rising, and that could create considerable economic chaos. And finally, how will the Federal Reserve react during the balance of the year? Well, the Fed has reduced rates twice already as insurance against the consequences of global trade frictions. So far, the American economy has held up relatively well. We're not as reliant on trade and manufacturing as other countries are. Inflation is settling near the Fed's target of 2%, and some Fed members want to preserve dry powder just in case things get much worse than they are today. The key will be, will the challenging news from manufacturing hinder services and consumers and thereby take a bigger bite out of American economic performance? And that's the view from here.